Hey, what's up, guys? So I had someone reach out to me about a solar build. I am a hunter main, mostly PvE. I also do PvP. As you can see, there's some solo dungeon stuff here. So I know enough in most of the Destiny 2 universe to feel comfortable enough to at least show off what I use, what works for me. Now, what I show here might not work for you, but maybe you can at least gather something from it. So some of the weapons might be a little different. You might not have some, but I want to show what works best for me and hopefully it helps. So starting with solar, because that was the one request. This is what I have equipped. Now, I've seen a lot of different builds, and for survivability, this works for me. So, because I'm using Assassin's Cowl, which allows you to go invisible after a powered melee or finish, I have these knives on. They're the easiest to use, the fastest charging. But I have Gambler's Dodge, so when you dodge near an enemy, you get this right back. And I think I actually might get it right back because of something here. I just woke up, so I'm kind of head spinning, so forgive me. Additionally, got healing nades on. Always use these on your mark. That and knock them down. These are the fragments. Ember of Char helps spread Scorch. This one's really great for when you're using Sunshot and stuff like that. Ember of Solace. Ember of Empyrean. Ember of Singeing. And Ember of Benevolence. You'll notice this one, and this one all have to do with basically restoration and radiant, so they synergize really well, especially with Assassin's Cowl. Now, depending on what super I'm using, I have on Blade Barrage. So if it comes down to DPS, say I'm in a dungeon, I will swap like this. This is for Blade Barrage at least. Run around, pick up a few orbs. Hopefully someone pops a well, and then you can just jump in and grab them. Don't be in the well yet, just, yeah. Be outside the well right before DPS. Swap, grab the orbs, and head on in. Otherwise, the easiest one is if you have on Goldie, which would be this one. Yeah, that one. Just making sure. Just swap a Celestial. That's probably the easiest one to do for Goldie. Make sure you have on the right Surge mods. If you want to get the most out of your Golden Gun, throw on as many kinetic Surge mods as you can. For some reason, the Golden Gun registers as a kinetic weapon. So you can use 2, but you cannot use 3. Bungie did some kind of nerf with that. So while I'm here, I always have recuperation on, no matter what. Every single build you will see me with recuperation. Orbs are usually everywhere. When it comes down to Grandmasters or even normal activities, yeah, shit gets crazy. So you want to have that ability to pick up an orb so you can heal yourself. Usually have on Orbs of Restoration or Absolution, get abilities back faster. Depending on the Surge or the Burn, I will have on various stuff here for the chest. The Resistance. Here, let me just do this. There we go. So if you just want a screenshot, that's mostly what I use. Let me actually fix that. So we're making solar orbs. Dodging near enemies, so you definitely want that on, as well as distribution. I choose to use proximity ward because when you're doing finishers, you could have the smallest amount of health back, and if it's like a gang of thrall or an acolyte or something, mid finisher you could get shot down. So as soon as you hit the finisher, you get an overshield. It's really brief and it goes away. It doesn't like give an overshield, but this has saved me hundreds of times, easily hundreds of times. So yeah, this is my basic solar build. The weapons I have on right now are kind of interesting because this is what I used for bit of a difficult timed thing last night, but Riptide is always a great universal weapon. Pop off 3 shots, freeze someone. Indebted Kindness. This one I have on because I can dodge and make it solar because of permeability. And yeah, Xeno. I did a deep dive tier 7 last night. That's what it was. So otherwise, machine guns, grenade launchers, all that stuff. What I mostly use, 90% of the time if you are playing with me, I am rocking this build. Falcon all the way. Again, this is what I use here. This stuff to get my dodge back a lot faster. The one rule is have your resilience as high as possible. And then if I go with resilience, mobility, and discipline. So for this class, have on single tether, normal dodge, because I don't have my my dive bomb, suppressor grenade. You never know when an overload's going to pop up. Stylish executioner. When you use Falcons and you come out of invis, which you have to shoot out of, you can't just let the timer go down to 1-0 and then become invisible. That won't allow you to proc the volatile rounds it gives you. This is like the magic sauce with Falcon, to where you can just constantly kill stuff. They'll become yeah, like covered in weekend and all that stuff, and then yeah. Otherwise, these are the fragments. Finishers cause you to become invisible. When I'm doing the finishers, this makes everything around me volatile, so it just starts like an inward kind of chain reaction of just knocking stuff around. Anything that is volatile will create the void breach and an orb of power, so that allows this to happen. And yeah, I actually, this is interesting because this, no, that's right, yeah. So this will give you devour, and then I have increased duration for everything. So yeah, that's that build. This is kind of the meta right now. Edge Transit, Envious Assassin, Bait and Switch, Graviton Lance, absolute beast. Otherwise, I would recommend Elsie's Rifle. Really good go-to. I got lucky with this roll. This is actually a perfect PvP roll right here. Almost. And I usually rock Malicious Birthright or I don't know if there's any other kinetic blinding nade launchers out there. I mean, there's the stasis one from Duality, but I usually rock that, and then Mountaintop ever since I came back. So really briefly, this is like an endgame one. I have Polaris Lance on here. I usually run the same type of weapon with the same type of build, but this allows you to go Radiant. I will usually have that on if I'm going solo, but lately it's been kind of a team thing. You guys know the artifact, so this is great for all types of champs. Again, here, Hammerhead, great option. Falling Guillotine to get around and stuff. Doom Petitioner, very underrated, especially this role. Here is everything for this one. Arc isn't really relevant this season, or I mean, you can't get much from it, but this is what I will use for like a DPS if I'm farming like Cali or something. Again, great double stack to have. You know, again, use what works best for you. There are some rockets, like hotheads and stuff, are always good to use that I don't have on here, but Anarchy is more relevant again, so I got that back on. And here is my Strand build. This is mostly to get around. Oh, with bows, solar bows. In the artifact, if you get, I think it's multi-kills or multi-precision, like headshots, you get Radiant, no matter what class you're on. So with Tiku or like any other solar bow, you can do 2 headshots and you're Radiant. It's beautiful. If you don't have Tusk of the Boar, I'm so sorry. This is from Iron Banner. This is my favorite role. I got really lucky with this. It's awesome. Good for ad clear. I think they have a forbearance role like this out there. If not, I think it's Ambitious and Chain Reaction, the old one, but I don't have that on me. If you played any Trials, Summoner's obviously the go-to. This is like one of the best roles I possibly could have gotten that I got recently. Oh, and if you are running solo content, like running solo, Alacrity's stupid. The stats, in case you don't know, it gives you plus 50 reload, 20 stability, 20, I want to say 10 or 20 range, and then like 10 aim assist. So that almost maxes out this for, oh my god, this machine gun. Where you at? Yeah, it just, this is the machine gun you want to run solo if you're solar. Like, no questions asked. I wish I had something different here, but yeah. You can still get this by turning in engrams at Shaxx. Or, not Shaxx, fucking Saint 14. Again, sorry guys, I'm all over the place, I just woke up. But yeah, this is a basic build video, PvE stuff I just wanted to go over. So, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I made you laugh, which you probably did because I'm half-ass awake. But it is what it is. I gotta go to work. Peace.